Are you struggling to write an interesting blog post? Well, you have landed to the right video as we are going to discuss just about how to write an interesting blog post. Blog posts help boost SEO rankings. They act as your salesman even when you are not operating. Blog posts are an essential part of your sales funnel and they help you in creating awareness about your product or your service. The more you publish blog posts, the higher you can expect your rankings in SERPs. And not just that, they're also important for building relationship between brand, business or service and the customer. We don't just buy products or use services, we buy stories, and this is why companies hire content writers so they can create interesting stories on their behalf in shape of interesting blog posts. And blog posts are one of the essential tasks that you would be performing as a content writer. So it is important that you learn about the importance of blog posts in SEO and how they contribute to other operations of a business. People read blog posts for various reasons: to get information, for entertainment purpose, and to get to know more about their favorite personality. The number of blogs vary as per SEO's requirements that your manager will tell you. Here we are more concerned about the production of blogs, right? No matter if you are writing for a media agency, a manufacturing company, or a retailer's website, you will need a format to structure your blog post so you can insert keywords naturally. Have you ever thought that what is a blog post? Consider it a diary that we use to share information, our experiences, and recommend something to others. In old days, only bloggers used to publish blog posts, but today businesses are utilizing this content format too. Starting with the basics to format your blog post, you need to memorize this list that goes title, introduction paragraph, 3 to 4 headings, and a paragraph explaining each heading. And lastly, the conclusion that we also say CTA or call to action of a blog post. The font size should be 12px of your body and try to stick with one font. Like I use Times New Roman to write the blog post. And one more thing, set the title to 16px and headings to 14px to make them prominent in your blog post. This is because the readers skim the page before deciding if they need to stay on the page or do they need to leave. And suppose that we have a keyword like lighting services in Lahore and we are to use a 500 words blog post on this keyword. We need to use this keyword several times in the body of the blog post, like once in the title and in the introduction paragraph, later in the heading paragraph, and if possible in the conclusion paragraph or CTA. Make sure that the keyword doesn't sound forced or injected in the blog post, and this is your job to write it in a natural way. For maintaining higher readability score, you need to keep each line between 15 to 20 words. And even if you write a big line, you can convert it into 2 lines to adjust the word count that I just mentioned. And one more thing, we use second person to write the blog post, like we use the word you and your to address the reader. Like I have used the word you in this video several times to address you. Didn't you notice that? Also, one more thing, try to write the blog post in routine language so the reader can easily understand the concept or anything that you're describing in the blog post without getting help from the dictionary. Just don't use so verbose vocabulary that is impossible to understand in 30 seconds. Once you're done writing your blog post, try to read it twice. Firstly, to remove any mistakes or typos, and secondly, to adjust a line that isn't going with the flow. Basically, you need to develop a story, not completely fiction, but you just need to give it a touch of a story so that the reader can enjoy that and he can also make the decision that he has landed to the right website and his journey is complete. I know things can become complex without a practical. So here is an example that I have just wrote to explain things easier. Now just pause the video and see how I have used the keyword phrase in the title and introduction paragraph. The reason for using the keyword in the first paragraph, which is introduction paragraph, is to help the SEO executive to create hyperlink with the relevant page and the blog. Now continue your reading and see how I have used the keyword in other paragraphs, and I have tried to maintain the keyword density between 0.5% to 1%. That I will explain in another video. I have used the same format to insert the keyword in following paragraphs, and in the CTA I have invited the readers to comment. Now, if you are writing for a service, you can direct the reader to make the call, and if you are writing for a product, you can redirect them to the product page to make purchases. So these were the rules to create an interesting blog post. Now I have a little assignment for you. Search anything that you like, select an article, understand the topic, and produce two different articles on the same topic. Yes, you can use the title and subheadings, but the wording in the body should be your own. Because the best way to learn something is to imitate, to follow the best in the industry. And let's start with the rewriting process until you become proficient enough to produce your original piece. Be sure to check my other vlogs and do subscribe to get notification when I'll upload a new video in this series. Stay connected and happy writing!